Hey guys, and welcome back to the Akinon's YouTube channel. In this video, we will go ahead and continue from where we left back. In the previous video, we basically created a React starter project, and this is the second video in this version. Now, we're going to create and start coding our React application. So, I'm opening my preferred code editor, that is VS Code. So, inside VS Code, let me just quickly open the folder that I am working with. Open folder, and inside that, in my desktop, I have created a React course directory, and within that, starter app. And let me just select the current folder. Okay, so now we have got started and we have opened our React folder. Now basically we can open the terminal from down here, or you can simply just create a new terminal here. And now let's start our app. So for that, we need to run this command npm start, and that's pretty much what you need to do. Now let's wait and give it its time while it will say it's starting certain scripts. And within here, while this process takes place, let's understand the file structure of what takes place inside a React application. First things first, we come across this README. It's basically a file that explains everything about the project. For the time being, we can just go ahead and delete this. Okay, it has opened up. Let me just close all the windows and just keep the single React page open. So as you can see, it's opening on a localhost 3000. Let's leave it for the time being. Delete the readme file because it's again not any use to us for the time being. Then we've got a package.json which tells us everything and describes everything about our application, saying that it's a name of starter app, version 0.1.0, and again all the libraries that are present within a package.json file, typically the comment structure. And we again have package.lock.json. This also gives more description about the node modules, etc. And we have a .gitignore file that is just for your GitHub. Now is here the main magic place, src. So inside the src domain or the src folder is where we are going to be working with all our React applications. All our React code that we are going to be coding is going to be only present in compulsorily src. That's what usually happens. Then in the public folder directory, we have certain important things like the, really not important as such, but just the logo of React and all that stuff going on. And here is obviously our node modules, which we do not need to focus about. So mainly we need to only work in the src and focus in this section. There's a lot of things going on, but you do not need to worry about it. Let me close it and let me hop back to the website. And it's running on a localhost 3000 and it says edit src. As you can see, src/app.js to save and reload. And obviously it's saying learn React and so forth. So we have initiated and ran a project, and it's just got this simple animation of this React logo just revolving. That's nothing great to see over here. But now here what happens is we get a lot of junk that you can see, like this app.test.js. We do not need it, so you can go ahead and delete. But take care, do not delete anything that I am not deleting. Otherwise it will really result in your application not working. Again, you can delete this index.css, really nothing important to us. Then we've got this index.js, which is really important. But inside that, you can open it and remove these last 4 lines. Remove that, save your file, go into this folder, and you can go ahead and successfully delete that file. Then we've got this again setup test.js. We do not need it for the time being. Delete it. There is a logo.svg. Go ahead and you can delete it. Do not need to worry about anything. And now finally we've got this app.js, index.js, and app.css. These are the 3 main files to serve our React application for the time being. Again, now inside this index.js, it basically starts your React application where all the configurations of your React app are mentioned. So here you can see it's importing index.css, which isn't there because we deleted it. So I'm removing that. Then it's also importing report web vitals, which we deleted, so I'm removing that. So if you go here, it still says there's an error. It could not find the logo.svg because obviously I deleted that. So we need to go into our app.js And here this import, we need to get rid of it. That looks pretty cool. It will still give errors because you can see here on the line 7, it's trying to import logo when logo isn't present. So again, go ahead and you can delete the whole header tag. Okay, and fine, that's it. So now we have basically deleted and cut off all the bloatware that came with our React project. And when you look into the code, doesn't this look very familiar and common like how our HTML works? And if you're thinking that, well, yes. Basically, React functions are none other than components designed to work with HTML tags. So here I can just write h1 hello world. So basically, again, it's that is why they say you need to know HTML, CSS, and basic JavaScript to learn React, because you obviously will be making use of these components. So see here, I'm using h1 hello world, and that gets printed right over here, h1 hello world. And also there is some predefined styling which I do not need, because we're going to do our own styling in our application. So I'm going to pretty much remove that, and it goes back to the left, hello world. And here, so let's try to understand now the structure of how our React application serves. So we're trying to import this app.css obviously from here, and then we create a function app, and that is returning certain thing. It's basically returning something, and it's what it returns is certain HTML code, and that this whole code from line 3 to line 9 is your function. That is your component in React. So what we do is, again, let me explain you guys. We're creating an app.js in which we create a function called app that returns certain HTML code, which is obviously a component. And now we are exporting using the normal JavaScript syntax, export default app. And this export app we make use in the index.js. As you can see here, we're importing app from ./app. Again, this is a convention for importing files that I'll be explaining you guys in case you are not aware of. So basically, this is the structure that goes into the directory of all the files and folders inside our application. In case you have any doubts based on these topics and you still want some clarifications, drop them down in the comment section. For now, we can get done with this process. In the next video, we will learn more about components, and we will learn how to build our own components and import them. So let's not waste time and get ready for the next video. Until then, click the like button and subscribe to the Hackinons YouTube channel for more fun and interesting videos.